Welcome to the Campbell Folk School for the online people. And it's our last day for everybody here.
I know.
Hope everybody got something good done. All right.
Had
All right.
fun.
I'm going to just play some stuff. It's early, so I'll try not to play too rowdy stuff. Let's see. So here's a little tune from up in Kentucky called, well, it's one I learned from my friend Bruce Green, and it's the way I play it, you know, they kind of evolve over time. This is how I play it now, called Pick a Little Cotton and Spin Some Too.
Oh.
Well, this one was tuned up in A, which anymore, well, I do if we did it last night at that jam session, but I play a lot alone lately. I don't go out much. I've been sick this last year, kind of. Yeah, I won't get into it much, but well, why tune way up there? I can just tune lower relative to this, and it's more mellow. And so I just never get up in A, and it was there, and it was like, good morning. And so I thought I might try to do something with it. Let's see what this one says. All right. Well, I don't know. I guess I'm in a mood here. How about a little hymn from the mountains from over in Yancey County? I guess I'm just thinking of my friend Bruce. He's been, you know, just dealing with stuff at home, and I haven't been able to visit him because I've been sick. We usually play every week or so. Anyway, so this is another little song I learned from him. Come from over in Yancey County, North Carolina. A little mountain hymn. Shepherd, go find your sheep. Out on the mountain cold and steep, oh, shepherd, go find your sheep. Out on the mountain cold and steep, oh, shepherd, go find your sheep. find your sheep down by the water, swift and deep. Oh, shepherd, go find your sheep. Down by the pasture fast asleep, oh, shepherd, go find your sheep. Down by the pasture fast asleep, oh, shepherd, go find your sheep. Out in the wild where the wolves hide and leap, oh, shepherd, go find your sheep. Out in the wild where the wolves hide and leap, oh, shepherd, go find your sheep. Out in the desert lost I am, oh, shepherd, come get your little lamb. That was the wrong string to turn, let's see. Okay, so I was trying to think of what to play here. So a lot of the songs I do and the tunes I've learned from, older generation musicians and that grew up in the mountains, and a lot of the old folks, they're all gone now. I mean, I think on it. Why, they were so old when I learned from them. Well, they were my age now. They weren't so old at all. Why, what are you talking about? But anyway, oh well. Anyway, so this is one that, interesting, before I got into all the real traditional music, back in the early 70s, in the 60s, I was living up in the Boston area, and I was listening to a lot of folk music, Bob Dylan, Dick Farina, these kind of people, Joan Baez. This one song always kind of stuck out to me by one of these folk singers, Hetty West. Well, she grew up right here. What's the college that's right here in Georgia, just over the line? What is it?
Young Harris.
Young Harris, thanks. I knew it was Harris. I was going, Harris Teeter. No, that wasn't it. It was the Young Harris. But evidently, I think her folks were, teachers there, and she got into. It's interesting how that happened. But she grew up with her grandparents singing these old songs, and then she got into the banjo because she met Pete Seeger. So anyway, all right. But anyway, she did a bunch of traditional songs in the midst of all that kind of contemporary folk music back then. All right, so this is one that she did. I think it's an old minstrel song that got into the old time repertory called Brother Ephus. well, I never thought of it, but that might be, if any time, if you want to sing along, you're welcome to. If there's something you can jump on it. Brothers and sisters, one and all, won't you come hearken to the giver's call? The giver's call on Judgment Day, poor little Moses run away. Where you going, Moses? None of your business. Come here, Moses, ain't gonna do it. Brother, you just got a coon and gone on, gone on, gone on. Brother, you just got a coon and gone on, left me barking up a tree. Make my hoe cakes, make my biscuits good and round, make my hoe cakes good and done. Make up a feather bed, make it upright. Old Brother Johnson staying here tonight. Where then, Moses? None of your business. Come here, Moses, ain't gonna do it. Brother, you just got a coon and gone on, gone on, gone on. Brother, you just got a coon and gone on, left me barking up a tree. What kind of shoes do the angels wear? Golden slippers to skate on air. They wear fine shoes and they wear fine socks. Drop every nickel in the missionary box. Where you going, Moses? None of your business. Come here, Moses, ain't gonna do it. Brother, you just got a coon and gone on, gone on, gone on. Brother, you just got a coon and gone on, left me barking up a tree. Some people tell you that a preacher won't steal. I caught two in my watermelon field. They was preaching and a praying and a setting in the sun, picking them watermelons one by one. Where you going, Moses? None of your business. Come here, Moses, ain't gonna do it. Brother, you just got a coon and gone on, gone on, gone on. Brother, you just got a coon and gone on, left me barking up a tree. All right, well, let's see. Let's play something. Well, this one is always an old favorite, so and it's never too early. This is called Christmas Eve. I thought, for some reason, this song keeps popping in my head. I think I watched the news or something one day. I don't know. But anyway, this just seems appropriate this time of the world. When I was living up in Boston, I had occasion to attend a lot of events and parties and just whatever with the Irish community up there. And there's a big Irish community. I mean, a lot of great singers and such. I used to live with a fiddler who was Irish, and well, sometimes I'd be the only honky in the room, the only one that didn't have a brogue. Anyway, a lot of them songs really struck me, so I thought I'd try to sing this one little one. Okay, it's called "The Hills of Malabon," and. On a Monday morning early, as my wandering step did lead me, down by a farmer's station, his meadows and green lawn, there I heard great lamentation, the weavers they were making, saying we'll have no more engagement with the boys of Malabon. Squire Jackson, he's unequaled for his honor and his reason. He has never been a traitor, nor betray the rights of man. Now I fear we are in danger from a vile, deceiving stranger who has ordered transportation from the hills of Malabon. As these heroes cross the ocean, I am told their ship in motion did meet with wild commotion, as if the seas run dry. The trout and salmon gaping as the cuckoo left her station, saying fare ye well, old Erin and the hills of Malabon. And so to end my lamentation, we are all in consternation. For a lack of education, I now must end my song. For without hesitation, we are charged with combination and are sent for transportation from the hills of Malabon. Those are Malabon. All right, well, let's see. I was wondering about doing minor stuff in the morning, but I'm gonna. So this one, usually I play on a bass dulcimer, and my bass dulcimer is in repair. And so what that means to be a bass dulcimer, see how this string is, well, that bass string is wound and heavier. So if you looked at the measurements, it was like, this would be, the first one would be a 12 or a .012, and the second would be a 14, and the third would be a 24, but also wound around the steel string. The bass dulcimer, the first one is the last one here, and they just get thicker from there, and so it's like this big sound. So this won't be as big of a sound. It'll be lower than the others, but we'll see. And this one, it's not a happy chorus, but it has one. I don't know, I felt, well, should I do this? Yeah. All right, I'll do it. The other one, I reminded of another song when I played that one. But... Okay, this one came from old Doc Boggs. When I left my father's house, I was well supplied. Made a mistake when I did wrong, I'm dissatisfied. I believe I'll go back home. I believe I'll go back home. I believe I'll go back home, acknowledge I've done wrong. That's the chorus part. I'll go back to my father's house, fall down on my face, say I'm unworthy, I seek a servant's place. I believe I'll go back home. I believe I'll go back home. I believe I'll go back home, acknowledge I've done wrong. I'll go back to my father's house, place I love so dear. There they have plenty to eat while I am starving here. I believe I'll go back home. I believe I'll go back home. I believe I'll go back home, acknowledge I've done wrong. Father seen him coming, met me with a smile, threw his arms around me, cried, here's my wandering child. I believe I'll go back home. I believe I'll go back home. I believe I'll go back home, acknowledge I've done wrong. Father said to his servant, go kill the fatted calf, invite friends and relatives, my son's come home at last. I believe I'll go back home. I believe I'll go back home. I believe I'll go back home, acknowledge I've done wrong. Oh, the banquet was settled, and all sorrow had passed. My father's heart was filled with joy, his son come home at last. I believe I'll go back home. I believe I'll go back home. I believe I'll go back home, acknowledge I've done wrong. Eldest son, he got jealous. I believe I heard him say, gave my brother his portion, I never went away. I believe I'll go back home. I believe I'll go back home. I believe I'll go back home, acknowledge I've done wrong. Father said to his eldest son, you've been both good and kind. Not a calf have I given thee, but all I have is thine. I believe I'll go back home. I believe I'll go back home. I believe I'll go back home, acknowledge I've done wrong. a tune and then one more song. I think that's supposed to half hours, is correct? I mean, I got a million of them. Oh, all right. I'll do just a little. Nah, I won't leave it. Yeah, I'll do this as a tune. It was from a song called "Little Stream of Whiskey," and it was a song about a hobo, a dying hobo. It's also called "The Dying Hobo." But you know, it got into, like a lot of these old songs, they got into the fiddle tune repertory, and this is one that did. But wonderful fiddler lived over in Mars Hill, North Carolina. Tommy Hunter. He was one of the finest old-time fiddlers around. He said, you know, it ain't right that it only has one part, so he made a B part to it. So that's why I like to play it, because just keep a little of Tommy going. Okay. Here's one more that I just think is appropriate for the time and the life we're in. So this one comes from Jessie Mae Hemphill. Lived out in kind of northern Mississippi, just below Memphis, Tennessee. And I, you know, again, you could sing if you like it. I think it has a singing part. Poor and needy in this land, when we all rise together, face the rising storm. Lord, help poor and needy in this land, Lord, help the gambling man in this land, Lord, help the gambling man in this land, when we in this land, in this land. When we all rise together, face the rising storm. Lord, help the motherless children in this land, in this land. Lord, help the liar man in this land, in this land. Lord, help the liar man in this land, in this land. When we all rise together, face the rising storm. Lord, help the liar man in this land, in this land. Lord, help the poor and needy in this land, in this land. Lord, help the poor and needy